Unmarket Your Business, the podcast, born out of the need to share strategies and techniques that really work to market your business. Think yellow page ads and cold calls are your only choices? That's so last century. You're about to learn tested, tried and true marketing techniques you can apply and master, ones that feel authentic instead of salesy, strategies that are true to who you are and how you want to present yourself to your ideal clients. Let's join our host, Carol Joyce Dunlop, in the studio now and allow business success to move forward. Hey everyone, how are you? This is your hostess with the mostest, Carol J. Dunlop, the online wow strategist and Amazon #1 international best-selling author. Guess what? It's my birthday. I'm not going to sing, I promise you, because singing is not my gift. I have plenty of other gifts that I can impart upon you, but singing is not really one of them. But it is my birthday. I am happy. And boy, oh boy, have I been busy and in the weeds, as we used to say when I was a waitress, today, because I've been trying to get everybody situated for this book launch. We're launching the book. I'm going to tell you about that in a little bit. But let's start with this. You know, I have several guilty pleasures. Don't we all? And one of them is a TV show, Married at First Sight, It's a modern take on the old concept of arranged marriages. Now, this is the show's 10th season. My husband and I have been watching this since season 2, so you know this has been a minute. But as we watched the latest episode, which just aired last night, it just aired last night, it hit me that there are some great lessons that you can use in marketing from the show. So I can't wait to tell you all about them. I'm going to break it down next. But first, as I was saying, it is my birthday. So I want you to join me today and help me celebrate by expressing and sharing gratitude, because I am very grateful for you. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be alive and to be walking on this earth one more time. And specifically, most specifically of all, I am grateful for my business, which God granted me. Now, all of us should be expressing gratitude on a daily basis and, really involved in it, but we don't always do that. So God downloaded into my spirit just about 30 days ago that I should do a gratitude journal for your business. And it turned out to be the 90-day gratitude journal for your business, and it is launching today. Believe that or not, 30 days ago, I had this thing. I put it together. We got 10 authors all together in this. It is totally awesome. So as you listen to this, the rest of this episode, I would love for you to go to csicorporation.com/gratitude, check out all the authors, connect with them, and get your journal. Because if you get your journal right now, you can start on your gratitude journey and start doing some things to put you in the mindset for success. So go ahead and go to csicorporation.com/gratitude and help me celebrate my birthday by spreading gratitude. It's, I think it's a great way to celebrate your birthday when you're giving to others, right? So that's what I'm doing for you. I mean, the book is it's the Kindle version. It's only $2.99. I hope you can spare that. And then you'll also help us to reach bestseller status. Love that. So thank you so much for that. You're listening to the Unmarket Your Business podcast. So now we're getting back to Married at First Sight. And so as I was saying earlier, this show has taught me several lessons about marketing, and I'm going to share them with you. So lesson number 1 is commit to the plan. So you know how me, trying to get this book off the ground and marketing it and getting the word out and getting everybody to be on board with the message and make sure that the message was something that everybody wanted to be a part of. Now, you may not have to do that in your company. Maybe it's just you. But when you're doing collaborative projects, you always have to take into account what the other people are saying, because you can't do a collaborative project And then you're like, well, it's my way or the highway thing, because that's not going to get you anywhere. Nobody's going to have any fun, and they're not going to promote it. So you need to, if this is what you're doing a collaborative project, you got a bunch of people involved, or maybe it's not a bunch of people, maybe it's your employees. You got to do it the same way. You have to create the plan that you're going to do, and you got to commit to doing it. What is it going to take for you to do this marketing plan, for you to get this word out there, for you to do these graphics, get these graphics done, all of this stuff? What will it take to do that, right? Then you got to just really commit to it. Because as in Married at First Sight, the people come in, they're like, oh, it's so great, I'm going to be married finally, the experts are going to find me somebody, they found me a match, and then they come down the aisle and it's like, uh-oh, am I really going to do this or not? And, do I even like this person? Is this person attractive? And, if you want your marriage to work, you got to commit to it, whether you know the person or not. Whether it's an arranged marriage, you're doing it for love, you just got to commit to it. Because my husband and I have been married for 26 years this year, and I know it takes a lot of commitment. It takes a lot of saying out loud, I am committed to this plan. Then you got to figure out what the plan is, and then you really have to dig down deep and be committed to that whole thing. It works the same way in business when you're marketing. Okay, number 2, when all else fails, communicate. So these couples that are all Married at First Sight, they don't know each other. They're trying to get to know each other. The first time they meet someone is right there when they're getting married. They don't even know what the person looks like or anything. All they know is that they told the experts, I want this, this, and this. I don't want this, this, and that. I'm this type of person. And they're praying that the experts match them up with the person who is going to be their life partner. Now, you may say, that is the craziest thing I've ever heard. And when I first saw the show, I was like, that is the craziest thing I've ever heard. Who on earth would even do that? But as I got into the show, I started really liking it. I mean, actually loving it. It really is a guilty pleasure for me to watch this whole thing and see how these people interact. Because just because you're in love with somebody and you marry them, you know that doesn't mean that it's going to work out. I mean, marriage is like 50-50. 50% of the people make it and 50% don't. Hate to put it that way, but that's how it is. But the ones that really and truly succeeds are the ones who learn to communicate with each other. They learn the communication style that best suits that their partner is used to, and they either adapt themselves or figure out a way that they can get in on that communication as well. And that's what's going to help you going forward with your marketing. You have to be able to communicate with whoever's carrying out whatever it is. If you are the one that's a project manager putting everything together, you got to communicate your plans. And you got to make sure that people know. And you have to be ready for the, what did you say? I don't understand this. What are we doing now? Because people have an agenda for themselves, and they are not necessarily listening to you 24/7. They may listen to you, 80% this time, 20% next time, 10%, maybe 75%. It just depends on what's going on in their own lives. So you got to make sure that you communicate with them. Go over the plan. Make sure they understand what they're supposed to do. And then the last minute always comes up that somebody is like, I'm still not. You got to be ready. You got to be ready to jump and help them do what they need to do. Okay, the third thing is, I kind of alluded to that a little bit, is be open to change. Because marriage isn't just a thing where you say, okay, we're getting married, okay, we're married, okay, we're living our life, okay, we're happy. It never works out that way. There's a bunch of winding roads in between. And I bet that you can only imagine the kind of winding roads that the couples in the Married at First Sight scenario go through. Right? They don't even know these people. They have no idea what their habits, good, bad, if they like the person, if they like the habits, they can't stand this, how they're going to deal with it. And luckily for some of them, sparks fly. They actually do fall in love. They get married. They have kids, but it's still life. They have their ups and downs. Things don't go as well as they thought it would. You always have to be ready to change on a dime sometimes, and that's the way marketing is. You can have the best plan. Take, for instance, me. I had the best plan set up for this book launch. I had everything. This is what we're going to do, and I told everybody, and I talked to them, and we came up with this, da-da-da-da-da, and then we started doing it, and people are like, what? What are you talking about? What am I supposed to do? How is this going to work? Still to right now. the launch day, I'm getting questions. But that's okay. I'm ready. And sometimes we have to change. In the very beginning of this whole process, I told you it was a little bit over 30 days ago, I had all the other non-authors lined up. And then I got hit with something crazy because one of my authors got hit with something. She had to go into surgery, and she would be out of commission for the next couple of weeks, which meant that she wasn't able to really participate in any of the launch process. Thank God that she had already submitted all of her information and she had submitted all of her required stuff. So I wanted to try to include her in as much as possible. So I asked her, would you please do like a 5-minute video, send it to me, and I'll make sure that I get it played. And she, bless her heart, thank God she was able to do that. She sent me the video, and it just played today. If you go to my website, I mean, not my website, but the Facebook page, csicorporation.com, you will see Dr. Alfreda Bradford, see her video that she had submitted. It just makes me cry, you know, that she really believed in the project that much that she, the night before her surgery, she sent that in. So you got to be ready. You got to be ready for change because you never know when it's going to come about. And yes, we had to do some manipulation, changing around some slots, but it's all okay. It's awesome. Okay, number 4, accept that you will make mistakes. I should say that again. Accept that you will make mistakes. You need to be ready for a mistake to hit you straight up in the face and go, oh, my God, I can't believe I did that. Have I made mistakes in this lunch? Oh, yeah. In my business? Oh, yeah. Do the married at first sight people make mistakes? Oh, yeah. Because they yell at each other when they're not supposed to. They talk when they shouldn't be talking about certain things. They talk about it. They make assumptions, you know, just like any human person does with craziness that's going on in your life. And you think, I've just dropped this stranger here, and I don't even know what to do with them. I remember watching one of the couples last night. She was like, yes, our chemistry is there. We really like each other. The sex is great and all that. But you know what? There's something that they had to do, and I wanted to jump in the shower real quick. And as I jumped in the shower, here he comes. And I really would have liked to have that few minutes of alone time. So I'm like, hey, this man is in love with you, or just about. I think he really is in love with her, and they are the sweetest couple. I love them. I really think they're going to make it. I would be so surprised if they did not. And she's thinking, I really would have liked to have that alone time. Well, don't you remember what you signed up for? You signed up to be married, right? And you signed up to share your life with this person. Even though it was quick and you didn't even know who this person was like 5 days ago, now you're married to him and now you're talking about building a life. So same thing happens with your marketing. You have to accept that you will make some type of mistake at some time. Maybe you misspell something and you can't take it back, or you can't change it. Or maybe you put out the wrong message, or maybe you put the wrong color, or maybe, like I did, this was a big mistake. I left out 2 names off the supporters. I don't know how I did it, but it happened. So what do? You just got to keep on going. You got to see what the mistake was, see if you can make up for it or change it around, and you got to keep moving forward. You can't let the mistakes stop you because they will happen. It's inevitable because we're not perfect. Okay, number 5. This is my last one. This is how you make your marketing and your marriage successful. You evaluate what you've done so far, what you've come up against. You tweak it so that it's better this time than it was last time. And then you wash, rinse, and repeat. Let me say that again. You evaluate up to this point what has happened. You tweak it. How can I change this to make it better? And then you wash, rinse, and repeat. You keep moving forward because you can't stop marketing. And once you get married, you don't have the right to just say, well, I don't want to be married anymore, because this is a commitment to the other person, to before God, to your family, to your friends, to everybody. I'm going to make this work. So it's not like you have this choice, well, I just don't want to be married anymore. That's a stupid reason. You made a commitment. You own up to the commitment. And you may ask yourself, how do these people who have never known anybody, don't even know their spouse, how do they commit? How do those people commit when they're in arranged marriages? You know, like they do in India or China, or even today in the United States, in some parts of this country, there are still arranged marriages. There are still marriages that one person doesn't know the other one. They only know the family. They put them together, and they could possibly stay together for the rest of their lives and fall in love with each other and cherish each other. So don't knock other things just because it doesn't work. You think it's crazy. Try things out. See what you like. And then that's what I'm talking about marketing. Just because you have one plan, you put it out there and it doesn't work, that doesn't mean that plan is done. That means you need to look at it and say, what the heck else should I be doing? Or how could I have done this a little bit better? Because I'm definitely learning from this launch experience with a group of people how to make it better the next time we do it. Because we are doing it again, because this today we're only launching the ebook. And in about 2 weeks, we're going to launch the paperback copy. So all the things that did or didn't happen today, we're going to move forward on them, throw the stuff out that didn't work, that wasn't good, and put the good stuff in there that was awesome sauce. And we're going to do that again. So thank you so much for bearing with me today. Those are my 5 things that I learned from Married at First Sight, and those lessons that I could apply to marketing. You're listening to the Unmarket Your Business podcast. So like I said, I have five concepts that you can apply to marketing that I learned from Married at First Sight. 1 is to commit to the plan. 2 is when all else fails, communicate. Communication is top on everything, especially in marriage. But when you're dealing with people, communication. It stops that, or who do you think you are? It stops all that stuff. Communication. Number 3, be open to change, because change comes all the time. Number 4, accept that you will make mistakes. Own up to it. See how you can fix it. Keep moving. And then number 5, the last one, is to evaluate up to this point what has happened. Make the tweaks to make it better, and then wash, rinse, and repeat. There you go. The 5 things that I learned from Married at First Sight that will help me in marketing. I hope that it helps you too. I thought it would be a fun way for you to look at marketing a little bit different way than you have looked at it before, and so that it won't be so daunting. Because I've found that people think about marketing, oh my God, I don't know if I can do it. But it's the only thing that marketing is about is really getting the word out there and telling people about what you have, talking to the right people so they want to hire you. That's really all it is. So if you get in front of the right people with the right message at the right time, they're going to buy. But how do you get to that point? You got to keep honing it in. You got to keep doing it. And I know that you can. So that's all I have for you today. Make sure that you help me out with this birthday wish, because I want you to go and spend $2.99 and get this gratitude journal. And go ahead and start on your gratitude journey. 90 days, you will be so surprised how from day one to day 90, how your life changes. And it only changes because your mind, your perception changes. If your perception changes, everything will change. And I wish that for you. On my birthday, I want you to live in gratitude and to have that awesomeness to follow you around with. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Be sure to tune in again next week. I'll have another great episode for you. Bye for now. Thanks for listening. We truly appreciate it. For information about guests, products, or services that were mentioned in this episode, log on to our website at www.csicorporation.com/unmarketing. To learn more, get a glimpse of our upcoming schedule, and join the unmarketing nation of entrepreneurs who are using marketing techniques that work right now. Until next time, keep moving forward.